Rorschach's Journal, August 13th, 2019.
Hey, do you want a lozenge?
Sorry, what?
Would you like a lozenge? It sounds like your throat's kind of dry.
No, I'm trying to be cool and edgy, so if you could give me a minute.
Okay, I'll give you a second.
The air is thick and wet, filled with the cries
Are
of
you sure
man
you
children.
wouldn't like some Mucinex or something like that?
No.
Maybe like some NyQuil?
No. I'm good. Let me. I'll just continue.
Okay.
Outside of the window, I hear them on the inside, screaming about some hack named SNYDER.
You know, it really sounds like you it kind of sounds like you've eaten 5 packs of cigarettes today.
And hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Lights, Camera, Comics, the show where we talk about all the latest news in geeky movies and TV. I'm your host, Joseph Gallion, and with me, as per the usual, is Mr. Chase Gallion.
Hello.
Very nice. And joining us this week, back by, I don't want to say popular demand again, because I said it last week, and I don't want to seem like a one-trick pony, but considering all of our film crew only want me to make John Thick Chapter 2, maybe I am a one-trick pony. Mr. Chris Grady.
It's a pretty good trick.
I mean, I appreciate that. That's a nice thing for you to
Yeah.
say. Do you like how I pronounced your last name right?
I mean, grammatically incorrect, but...
What? Grady?
I'm pretty sure it's Grady.
What?
I don't know, dude. It's been...
Okay,
at this
hold
point,
on.
I've become numb.
Hold on. On the other podcast, you said you were Chris Grady because I called you Chris Grady. And then in class, you get called Grady because you don't want to correct any of the professors because you're such a shy little boy. You're making this too hard.
Well, they also call me by my first name.
True.
Because I've always gone by my middle name until college. And you know what? It kind of stuck. And here we are. So
anyway, guys, welcome Mackenzie Grady to the...
Okay, Mackenzie died at Hot Topic. I told you this.
Mackenzie died at Hot Topic. I forgot. Yeah, you said that on the Suicide Squad. Okay. Anyway.
Exactly.
Guys, we separate this show into 3 different categories: Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and miscellaneous, which covers everything not covered by the first 3 topics. Chase, I will let you decide where we start this episode. So, where you want to start?
That was too aggressive. I have to start over. I have to start over my process now. Yeah, some hot tea. Literally, just think about it.
Spill the tea.
No. Just drink it. All right, so let's do some Star Wars.
Very nice. Excellent choice. I feel like you pick Star Wars every time just because you know there's no Star Wars news.
Indeed. Just like getting it out of the way.
Maybe you're the one-trick pony here, sir.
Whoa.
Still a pretty good trick.
It is a good trick. It's a classic move. It's like how you refuse to change any of your social medias every single time. Speaking of which, if you just like the voice of my illustrious podcast partner, you can follow Mr. Chase Gallion on Instagram at chase.gallion1, Twitter at gallion_chase, it's Snapchat at chase.gallion, Gallion spelled Galyean. It's unnecessarily complicated. If you just think that this Chris boy is pretty cute and you want to see what Mr. Mackenzie looks like, well, you can follow him on Instagram at Mula_Lindsay, or want to know his thoughts? Follow him on Twitter on variety_Mula. And then there's me. You can just find me at Captain JSSG on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Okay, moving on. Do you like how I seamlessly?
He's dead and buried.
No, Mackenzie's back with a vengeance.
No,
back with a vengeance.
He's dead.
They return to Mackenzie.
Old me killed the new me. Watched him bleed to death. I breathe on the mirror. I don't see my breath.
What?
All right.
Eminem versus.
Oh, okay. I don't know the
Chris is
M&Ms. I prefer Skittles.
Mackenzie listened to, I don't know what he listened to, probably edgy emo music at Hot Topic or whatever was
He
playing
listened to Blink 182.
I still listen to Blink 182.
I was gonna say 21 Pilots, but I actually like 21 Pilots, so.
House of Gold is still a very
good
song.
There it is.
It's very simple to play on the ukulele.
Indeed it is. So is what we don't believe what's on TV. That's really easy to play.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Not talking about music. Christopher, what topic would you like to go for next? Good pick. Are you dying?
I have the lung capacity.
A word?
Let's hit up some. Is there any DC news this week?
There is one bit of DC news, and it has absolutely nothing to do with movies, except for one fictional one. So the Snyder Cut boys are coming to New York City Comic Con.
Oh!
Yay!
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just like, it seems really, really dumb. And I don't mean to insult these guys, but like, do you really have nothing better to do with your time than to petition for a movie that doesn't exist to be released? Like,
yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know. It's just, it doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, logically speaking, it doesn't make sense for there to be a Snyder Cut, because like, they didn't film it. They didn't film it.
Logically, it doesn't make sense for the Earth to be flat. Yet, people think it is.
Chris, you're off the podcast.
The Snyder Cut's not real. Domino's confirmed this last podcast.
Yes, exactly. The intro to the podcast last week proved without a shadow of a doubt that if you even thought that the Snyder Cut was real, well, you're mistaken. So said some Domino's employee that we bullied last week, and I feel pretty bad about now, because I'm like, dude's just trying to work his job, and we're over here hassling him for it.
Yeah, he was probably a Marvel fanboy. That's why he said the Snyder Cut wasn't real.
Disney paid him off.
Yeah.
Disney paid him off.
Disney paid him off.
Disney paid him off. Chase,
Disney
where are we?
paid Zack Snyder to only make half a movie. 100%.
Yes, it's all Disney's fault, always, all the time, ever, always.
Horrible.
Chase, are you asleep yet?
Let's move on.
No, I'm halfway there.
Whoa!
Welcome to the episode where Chase's one trick is he's just trying to fall asleep because he's one trick pony.
That's right.
It's 1:08 in the morning.
One trick, and that's sawing logs.
I like how you almost couldn't even make out sawing logs. Like, you couldn't, firm the words. I couldn't either, apparently. Shut up.
No.
I don't need
I'm just
sass.
sleepy, but you are having a stroke, so I feel like it's a worse problem.
You're not wrong. It's all the Snyder it's all the
there we go.
Oh, it's all the Snyder Cut talk. It's just I'm gone.
He's having multiple strokes. First the left side goes, then the right side. It balances out in the middle.
I'm uncomfortable with how much we're talking about strokes.
Boom.
Well, it's different strokes.
I was going to make that joke.
Folks.
Thank you. All right, cool, great. Glad we're doing this. Chase, where do you want to go next? We've already done DC and Star Wars.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go with Marvel.
Nice. Okay. Good choice. Good choice. That's actually nice. Okay, yeah. Let's not do Marvel at the end every single time. Hey, Chase, can we do Marvel at the end, actually?
No.
Yeah, good, because that was a joke. Yay for bits. All right, so Army Hammer is a fart.
Yes.
So, now, Chase.
Not a fan of their baking soda.
Did you hear about this?
A while back, yeah. Did something else happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, now, I know you've always been kind of a Army Hammer. You've always been a bit of an Army Hammer apologist, I would say. You've
been the Thor to his Army Hammer.
Oh.
There we go.
I don't know if I would say that one, but okay. Cool. It's kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
but he has said that you should boycott Marvel. Essentially, is what he was getting at.
Nice.
Yes, because the chairman Ike Perlmutter, he supports Trump because politics, I guess.
Ooh.
So Ike Perlmutter voted Republican, and therefore no Marvel.
Right. Because having different political views means that you immediately have to hate that person.
You do realize that, like, what doesn't make sense about this is that if everybody thought that way, half of the world would not go see any of the Marvel movies because of what Chris Evans says on Twitter all the time.
Right.
Because he is, like, him and Mark Ruffalo are so outspoken on politics, like, it's insanity. But, like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, what's up?
I'm not a fan of the way that you pronounced Armie Hammer's name. Therefore, I'm going to cancel you via Twitter.
Dang it.
Yeah, it's over for you. Get clapped, sister.
Oh. Why'd you have to call me sister?
Get sister snapped.
Sister snapped. So this episode's either going to be called One Trick Pony or Sister Snapped. We'll find out. We'll figure out. Oh, lordy. Okay, but anyway, I don't know. It's just stupid. People doing this. I don't know. Like, believe what you want to believe. You can have your own politics. It's America. It's a free country. Why are we hating on everyone else for their own opinions? Also, nice sneeze there, Chris.
I moved away from my mic and you made
I'm proud of you.
Now.
I'm really proud of you. Bless you, by the way.
God
bless you.
Thank you. Oh, that burns.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
nose.
Religious here. Don't boycott the show.
No, it's my nose. It's
my
nose, not the...
It's just my nose.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't... That just happened to coincide. I'm uncomfortable now.
Oh, goodness gracious. Do you think people are going to get mad that we're even talking about this? Because people get triggered about the smallest things now. I don't know.
The audio listeners and
how dare you sneeze? Is that attack against my political party?
I actually just Z-snapped on Joe. I pulled the full-on Zorro snap.
And then you sister snapped. Oh, no.
Yeah, you can hear that.
Doesn't it have to be successful to begin with for us to be canceled?
Ugh.
I mean, random people on Twitter get canceled all the time, so...
Well,
follow him at Captain JSSG on Twitter and drop about 15
cancel my
emojis
Instagram.
Him. Dude, I'm just gonna cancel your whole career. I'm about to ruin this whole man's career.
That's how about to end this man's whole career. Oh, goodness gracious. But yeah, okay, moving on in Marvel news, because, I mean, we're just staking out here. So, Thor, Love and Thunder, Chase's most look forward to movie, the one he's most excited for about Phase 4, yes. He's really excited about Natalie Portman being in it because he is a big fan of Natalie Portman. And his only gripe in life is that she didn't get to play Squirrel Girl. Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with her playing Squirrel Girl. Because then my hatred for her is just validated.
But Squirrel Girl's actually a fun character. I honestly do not understand why you hate
Squirrel Girl can suck a toe.
Oh?
Like, she's terrible.
Oh.
Terrible.
You know that's what Armie Hammer's son did?
Suck a toe?
Yeah.
To each his own, man.
Yeah, the paparazzi...
Yeah.
It was weird. There was a video where Armie Hammer was just letting his little tiny child put his foot in his mouth. Specifically, Armie Hammer's foot in the child's mouth.
Yeah, that's a bit much. I don't understand. Yeah. Chase, what is your beef with Natalie Portman?
Yeah, why do you not like Natalie Portman? I don't think you ever explained that one.
No, I don't even... it's just like a... I don't even know. It's a feeling. Like, no.
Have you not seen Black Swan?
I have. She was good in that. Everything else, no.
I guess you can you can like a part, but not like an actor. I guess.
I think I like her as actress. I don't like her as Natalie Portman.
You just don't like Natalie Portman. Oh, Lord.
Okay.
That's okay.
I can see that. It's kind of like how I can like the Joker as a character, but absolutely despise Jared Leto. I'm bringing it back, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. When are we going to get you to fight Jared Leto and also like McG at the same time?
It depends. When are you going to completely body slam the manlet that is Zack Snyder?
Well, that's the thing, though. Zack Snyder could totally take me because he's actually pretty ripped.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Ripped.
Like, I may or may not be taller than him. I don't know how tall Zack Snyder... Hold on. Let's ask
Zack Snyder's short. Hold on. He is a short boy.
How tall is director Zack Snyder? See if Siri can help out here.
I'm going to say 5'10".
Yeah, Siri definitely helped out. Chris, what are you going to go with?
I'm going to say about maybe 6 foot.
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Maybe 6 foot.
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure I could just sit on... No, he's 5'7". I don't want to make fun of anybody's height. I don't want to do that.
I'm not making fun of his height. It's just... Zack Snyder, I loved Watchmen, okay? But
it was
the thought of you having to sit on an Apple box to reach the camera is too much for me to bear.
My favorite thing is him talking about Aquaman, and instead of him being like, no, he's actually a cool, interesting character, and the duality of him as an Atlantean and a human is what drives him, and it's also like a social commentary on racism and bigotry. Instead of that, he goes, "Nah, bro, he's freaking sick. He's trying to cut the skin off of Superman, man." He legit did that. He called into a radio show. Did we ever see Jason Momoa
on stage with him? Because I feel like they had to do like some Lord of the Rings forced perspective stuff to kind of make him around the same height.
You know that meme where Jason Momoa is like scrunched down and like right behind Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
It wasn't because he was sneaking up on him. He just had to stay that way the whole time during Justice League,
Jason
just
Momoa,
to make Zack Snyder feel better. I'm such a terrible person. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's gonna be me, Jared Leto, fighting, directed by Mick G, and it's gonna be Joe versus Zack Snyder.
Directed by someone who has the camera too high. You're just gonna see his forehead.
Directed by whoever the tallest director we can find is.
I don't know, Chase. You want to be a director? You're 6'6", and why not?
Yeah, that could work. Chase, can you
Chase
hold
is
an
ungodly
iPhone 7
high.
with Filmic?
That's right. I'm always high.
Was that Snoop Dogg
altitude-wise?
All the time to keep you out my mind. Yay for
Did someone just play
songs.
whale songs?
I don't know. You can tell it's 1 a.m. when we're recording this because we're just being real stupid tonight, but I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, the reason I bring up Thor Love and Thunder, actually a movie I'm pretty excited for, it has, the script has been finished, and Taika Waititi is set to begin production on it in early 2020, which is insane how close that... I just slapped the mess out of my desk. It is insane how close that is. Like, the beginning of 2020. Yeah. 2019's almost over, and it still feels like it just began.
Yeah.
True.
But I feel like years are always like that. It gets worse once you get older. Like, I just now stopped accidentally putting an 8 at the end of 20. So, like, I don't know. It's weird to think that it's about to be 2020. Yikes.
Yo, dude, that's wild how, like,
time works. Thanks for being a fart knocker. Anyway, Thor Love and Thunder on the way, my guy. I am excited. But I guess it makes sense that they're putting out the movie that soon, considering that's how movies work. It comes at the end of 2021, so yeah, they're going to need to start production around that time.
Dude,
it's not filming,
wild.
It's just production. It's crazy how production and scheduling works. But anyway, okay.
That's wild.
That's
pretty wacky and zany.
Is tonight just the night where both of you guys just make fun of me for things I say?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. What's different? Nothing. Yeah,
hey, I usually don't make fun of you. I'm new here.
That's true. You're usually the one who gets made fun of by our other friends. a.k.a. Anthony.
Yeah, we could have gotten into that on the HPE show if you want to listen to that.
Yeah, if you listen to that episode 4, which will be up a few days after this one. 2 days, specifically, hopefully, and, maybe, if I do this right.
Actually, we talk about a couple of projects going on. We also talk about our loving and caring friend, Anthony, who in no way bullies me or makes me feel bad about myself.
Yeah, word. Goodness gracious. Okay. So next in the Marvel news, Ghost Rider and Hellstrom. You guys heard about those shows, though, right? I know we covered it on the podcast, but I don't know if you guys remember.
Yes. I remember.
The new Hulu shows that are on their way, they have been branded, which is interesting. They have like a brand for them, kind of like how the Netflix had Defenders, which is, by the way, still in continuity. Fight me. It's been called Adventure into Fear.
Oh.
I like it. It's like classic 60s comics kind of sound. Which, by the way, again, is still Gabriel Luna as Ghost Rider. Just going to point it out, which means it's still in continuity. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is one of the best series that's going on currently, and I will fight you if you say anything different. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is amazing.
So now it's Joe versus Zack Snyder, and also Joe versus the crippling fear that his beloved shows are no longer in continuity.
Yeah.
And having to fight the facts that is what's happening.
Joe versus the growing realization that nothing lasts forever and that eventually we'll all be dead.
Also known as the HPE show, so check out the episode in about 4 days.
Listen to our depression on HPE show. HPE episode... Oh?
I choked on a little leftover depression, sorry.
Episode 3 was like super deep and depressing, and like we kind of like, or not really depressing, it was like just deep and emotional talks. And then episode 4 was like super great until right at the end where we were like, yeah, let's just talk about how important mental health and not killing yourself is with like nicotine and tobacco.
Oh.
Just got really weird. Took a left turn after talking.
You said the K word.
Kill?
Shh.
Yeah, you have to say unalive, Joseph.
Oh, that's right. YouTube's gonna get me. YouTube's gonna get me.
You're gonna get clapped.
YouTube's gonna come for my tail, my man.
Clap you.
They are going to Merkilder me. Ha! It's different. Does Merkilder count? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. I'm really excited for the Ghost Rider show. Like, I don't really know anything about Hellstrom, but like, I mean, I'll watch it because Marvel. But I'm really excited for Ghost Rider because I loved him on season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And Robbie Reyes is just a really cool character, and I'm excited to see Gabriel Luna do more with him because I just want to see more. What was that?
Did you hear that?
Did I hear what?
It was the sound of you being whipped by Marvel into loving every project they make.
It's funny because it's not wrong. I just started watching Runaways. I watched season 1. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best, but it was good. I dug it. I need to go back and watch Cloak and Dagger because so far that's the only thing I haven't seen. Yeah. And I started season 1 and it was really good. It's just I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the rest. You're right about being whipped, and I'm upset about it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Speaking of really good casting, oh wait, we weren't. Never mind. But bringing up the topic of really good, I'm tired. Segues. Here we go. Jackie Chan. Are we all a fan? That rhymed. I'm a poet, and I didn't even realize it. I'm funny.
It's funny because he did not do the rhyme. Haha. Yes.
Big Jackie Chan fan. I am.
I love Jackie Chan. He's my favorite.
He's great.
Stunt man.
He's my favorite cartoon character.
He is.
Jackie Chan Adventures was awesome.
We actually talked about that show on my podcast.
Oh, you're right. You did. I forgot about that. I think that's probably what reminded me of it, was listening to y'all's podcast and then like being like, oh my gosh, yeah, Jackie Chan Adventures was the stuff.
I completely forgot what show it was because I thought it was American Dragon Jake Long.
Also a solid show. It was basically Danny Phantom but with dragons, but you know.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not wrong, am I?
At least you acknowledge that Danny Phantom was the superior show.
Danny Phantom is an amazing show. Danny Phantom and Avatar are peak Nickelodeon.
Didn't Danny Phantom only get like 1 season?
3.
1, 2 seasons?
2 or 3.
Yeah, okay.
It got 3 and it ended with like a
movie. Yeah, but it was a decent. Yeah, but it got a Excuse me, hiccups. Sorry.
I'm glad it didn't do what Fairly Odd Parents is doing, where it's still going and it's just not good anymore.
And it's also...
Yeah, well, it's because they don't have Butch Hartman on anymore.
Yep.
Yeah, Butch Hartman, okay, I'm not...
Don't get into it. He's a good creative guy, but he's made mistakes. There we go. We won't...
He made some big oofs.
Yeah, we can talk about it on HPE, like, next year. I don't know.
Yeah, next year.
Butch Hartman makes really good shows, and he seems like a cool dude. There. We'll leave it there.
That's what you can leave it at. There. But however...
Christopher, no.
Okay.
Jackie Chan.
Okay.
He is in talks with
Jackie
Marvel
Chan.
To play Shang-Chi's dad.
Yeah!
Yeah.
So, Mandarin.
No.
Oh, okay. So they're not going that route.
I think what they're going to do...
That would be amazing,
because
though.
in the Ultimate Comics, he was the uncle of Shang-Chi, the Mandarin was. So I think they might do something like that. See, okay, and in the original comics, Shang-Chi was the son of Fu Manchu, and they're not doing that. Okay? They're not.
Isn't that like a beard?
What?
Isn't Fu Manchu a type of beard?
No, Fu Manchu was an actual character. It was a racist stereotype.
A type of beard? Yeah, but is that not a type of beard?
It was bad.
Is that not a type of beard?
I think it is because of the legend, or not the legend, but like the character of Fu Manchu.
So you're telling me that country song was being racist?
Probably. I'll just... Probably. Are we talking about Ebony and Ivory?
Like I am dying.
Oh. Goodness gracious. But anyway, okay, look. Jackie Chan as Fu Manchu's dad. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I can't use my big brain. I don't think he's playing Fu Manchu though, because racism.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Which I'm glad they aren't doing racism, because racism bad.
Okay.
It's real bad. It is no more because I said it's bad. He's playing Xing Zhu, which is I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing it, but that's the character. I feel like what they're going to do is like the idea of like I feel like they're going to make the Mandarin his uncle. If I had to guess, because that's what it was in the Ultimate Comics, if I'm not mistaken. But I probably am. Either way, I don't know. I think he works really well as a Shang-Chi villain instead of an Iron Man villain. Honestly, I like that. Especially since, I mean, Iron Man's story is done, because he's dead, like really dead, like as in dying in Minecraft hardcore mode, kind of dead.
He got sister snapped.
Got absolutely sister snapped. There it was. I like that. That was a good joke,
not like
Chris.
Black Widow. She sister snapped her neck. When she
she's sister splat. Like
she's sister smacked
the ground.
Floor.
Yikes! Black Widow hit the ground too hard.
Stacy.
Oh. Yeah.
That was a sister snap. I'm tired, Joe. Let's keep going.
Next snap jokes.
They crack me up.
Maybe we shouldn't record podcasts at 1:30 a.m. Crazy idea, I know. Okay, so last bit of news is in miscellaneous, and this is it for the podcast, my boys. Speaking of boys, anyone you excited because you catch them?
Boys! The boys! I know. I get
Season
this
2 confirmed. It's coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. It is so different than the comic, and I like it that it's different than the comic.
It's a change for the better.
Yes, definitely. I nothing against Garth Ennis. Is just like, I don't know. Some of this, he just went a little far.
Well, if you adapted that, like, panel for panel to a TV show, it wouldn't go well.
I don't think you could air it.
No. Like, it wouldn't pass.
Yeah. And it's interesting, a lot of even difference of the characters and stuff like that. Not to spoil season 1, but even like the big revelation at the end like the last scene of season 1, which was like a huge bomb drop and it's super crazy and interesting. That's not in the comic. No, it is not in the comic. And Chris has no idea what we're talking about because I'm being super intentionally vague about it so that he can enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't have Prime Video or whatever it is because I don't think Jeff Bezos needs any more of my money.
I mean,
he already gave half of it to his wife.
I'll be honest with true. I'll be honest with Yikes.
Sorry.
No, it was funny.
Single.
I'll be honest though, Prime Video makes a lot of quality content. I mean,
they had
Jack
a
Ryan
TV show that was bad.
What was that?
They had a Zombieland TV show for a while.
There was a Zombieland TV show?
There was.
Oh no.
And it was bad.
Was it the original people?
Nope, it had nothing to do with Woody Harrelson, Jesse Eisenberg.
Well, I mean, not the characters. I mean, the creators behind it.
I don't know if they had anything to do with it either.
Oh no! See, okay, that's the problem with stuff like that. Like the What We Do in the Shadows show that's going on right now on FX. I heard good things about it, but that's because, you know, they've got Taika Waititi involved and all this stuff. It's about different characters, but it's still got the same heart and soul of the movie. You know, that's the problem with a lot of, like, whenever they just want to recreate it with the brand so that people will watch it. No, people will watch it if it's the same kind of quality.
It would be like if they made a Big Lebowski TV show on Showtime or on Hallmark, and it was a family comedy and had nothing to do with anyone from the show.
Yep.
Except for,
except for one side character that was in the background of one scene.
Yeah, except for, like, the guy that runs the bowling team with Jesus.
Still haven't seen the Big Lebowski. Sorry.
It's getting a sequel.
Is this serious?
It's called, but it's about the Jesus, who is the bowling guy.
Oh.
I forget what it's actually called.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. I mean, if it's good, it's good. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's interesting because I enjoyed The Boys. It was definitely pretty edgy and crazy and stuff like that. And it was like, oof, okay. But it was enjoyable and good, and it was quality. It had heart behind it. It was interesting. So I'm excited for a season 2. But Daredevil season 4 when?
Never. It's not happening.
Never.
It's gonna happen.
Oh, hey, what's up?
They'll bring it back.
Joe, it's time that you fight. It's time that you get in
I don't know if they'll I don't think they'll bring back Jessica Jones. I don't think they'll bring they might bring back Iron Fist and Luke Cage, maybe, but Joe, I feel like it's more No.
They're all in continuity, Joe.
They are.
According to you, they're all in continuity.
So
why wouldn't they bring them back, Joe?
They don't ever break continuity.
Dude, you get so defensive.
I don't see why you guys.
They are.
I bring up my point from last episode. Terrence Howard.
Boom.
I just took my headphones off for like a solid minute, waiting for you guys to stop yelling at me because I believe that something's in continuity.
Terrence Howard.
Okay. Technically, he's still in continuity because Iron Man 1's in continuity. Not maybe the actor, but, you know.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when did Rhodey, like, shave all of his hair and turn, like, a shade darker?
Because when he became a Skrull.
Oh, so you're saying Don Cheadle's is a Skrull? No, Don Cheadle is Captain Planet.
No, Rhodey was, I don't know. Lordy. No, seriously, I think they're in continuity. Personally speaking, they never break continuity, and they're referenced by other things that are in continuity. So I think it won't...
a reference, an Easter egg.
Oh my gosh, can you shut up for 5 seconds and let me get a thought
Little
out?
tidbits. Little itty bitties. To be like, yeah! That's it. Validation. Give me validation.
Hey, let Joe talk, okay? It's very early in the morning.
I just want to go to bed.
Early on this Tuesday.
Here's the thing. All right.
I'm listening.
Good. Keep listening and stop talking. I personally believe that they're in continuity. I don't think that they will ever, like, I don't think they'll ever say that they're out of continuity, and more so, I think they will bring those characters back. I think it would be a stupid move not to, especially with all these people that are saying that they're out of continuity, cough, cough. I think it would just be fun to throw it in their face and be like, no, they're in continuity. They never once have broken continuity with the movies or anything like that. It's all set before the snap. There you go. And now it's easy. I mean, literally all you have to do is like just bring back these characters and be like, all right, this is what they've been doing for the last 5 years. Cool. We're good.
Hey, Joe.
What?
Terrence Howard.
That literally has nothing to do with anything. Terrence Howard and what's his face? Oh no.
Edward Norton.
Thank you. They have nothing to do with anything. That's a case of recasting, not a case of writing a whole series out of continuity.
I'm sorry, but Joe, if I set a glass on a table, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's filled with Pepsi.
Right.
And we film it, and we stop the scene there. And we come back a year later. We film the scene, and I put orange Fanta inside that glass. Is that breaking continuity? Yes.
What does that have to do with the Netflix shows, Chris?
Your point that you're making is that Marvel has never broken continuity.
No, that's not the point I'm making. I'm saying the Netflix shows it hasn't broken continuity with the movies or the other TV shows. That's what I meant by they haven't broken continuity.
Personally, I think that the Netflix shows just are never coming back, and that's just something you're going to have to fight with, Joe.
Okay, and that's fair. In about a year and a half, I will be right and you will be wrong.
See, that's the problem.
Okay, you know what? All right.
It's not
right
happening.
Here, right now, on this 30th episode, shut up and let me make my ultimatum.
Oh, yes. Let the host overspeak.
Yeah. Is this...
It's podcasts like these that make me realize that I don't know if I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Joe. It's so early in the morning.
No, let it sink in that I have a podcast with everyone, my co-hosts and the two people that I've guessed before, Chris and Caleb, only exist to make my life harder than it already is.
Boom.
Why are you like this? Anyway, here's my ultimatum. Okay. If around the time of 2022 you do not hear anything about these new Netflix characters, if we make it past 2022 and we have not heard nothing about the Netflix characters, nothing at all, and it is still under wraps, then you guys were right and I was wrong. Okay?
All right.
Because that's when the Netflix... Because here's the thing. Netflix has a embargo. That's the word I was looking for. Netflix has an embargo on these characters for 2 years after that they've used them. So Netflix or Marvel cannot use them unless they like buy them out of their contracts or something like that. I believe possibly that Daredevil has a chance to show up in season 3. Don't quote me on that because I don't know. Or Daredevil season. Wait, what?
He does show up in season 3. You're right.
Did I just die? I meant to say that I think Daredevil has a chance of showing up in Spider-Man 3. I don't know if he will, but I think he has a chance because I feel like they're going to lean more into interconnectivity between like smaller stories on like Earth characters and smaller stories with the space characters. Like, you know, they said they were going to. Smaller arcs, and I think that you're going to get more of a connective like tissue there. Like how Runaways is crossing over with Cloak and Dagger, like we talked about last week.
Yeah, there's nothing I want more than for that to be the case. All right, I'm just saying.
Stop fighting me, you butt.
No.
Dude, I'm just saying. I'm with Chris on this one. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think it'd be great if it did.
That's what I'm saying. I think it would be a wonderful thing if it happened. But a lot can happen in 2 years.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Marvel had plans to get the X-Men in years and years ago, and now that they have the rights, it's going to be probably like 5 years before we ever see X-Men in the MCU. Okay? Now, if what you say is true, and like you're saying, the TV shows have kept continuity, then I still think because it's going to be that 2-year hiatus, they're going to have to put in quite a bit of work to get them to match up to the current continuity because of what they've got planned in Phase 4.
Which they could do in their own TV show. Like, you could have one of them show up in a movie, and which would be Daredevil, because that's the one that everyone cares about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Joe, is that a lot can change in 2 years. You don't know what kind of state the actors are going to be in. You don't know what kind of state the audiences are going to be in. Alright? Look, we don't know if Marvel's going to even exist in 2 years. Their CEO donated to Trump. Did you hear me? He's canceled. It's over for Marvel.
It's over. Armie Hammer said to stop, so we have to. Armie Hammer told us to stop watching it, so I guess we have to stop watching it. Star of the Lone Ranger movie told us to stop watching.
He dropped the hammer.
He dropped the Arm & Hammer.
He dropped the Arm & Hammer baking soda and kind of white-gloved Marvel across the face and said, "Hey, Disney, give me a Lone Ranger movie. I want money." And then
maybe that's what it is.
The first one was bad.
Maybe that's what he's mad about. He's mad about not being in a Marvel movie and also not getting a sequel to a not so great Lone Ranger movie. It was all right. It wasn't. It was all right.
Armie Hammer, if you want to do a bad cowboy movie, talk to DC about Jonah Hex.
Armie Hammer for Cowboys and Aliens too.
I want to leave the podcast.
Yeah, I do too, because all you guys are fart knockers that hate me for being hopeful, whatever.
Yes, you are also hateful.
I love you for being hopeful.
Did Chris die?
Maybe.
I feel like, I don't know why, but you keep like kind of cutting in and out, but either way, okay, look. Yeah, I don't know. That's my ultimatum because I don't know. I just think, personally speaking, it would be a bad business move for them to say that it's out of continuity. Like, business-wise, it would be really dumb. Like, even in Season 5 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they're referencing Thanos coming and stuff like that, which makes it in continuity. I think that even though the TV shows cross over with the movies, and the movies don't really cross over with the TV shows, if you get what I'm trying to say there, I don't think you'll ever see. I don't think you're gonna see them say that they're out of continuity ever.
Well, that's the thing, is they can never say it's out of continuity, but just leave it as a hanging story.
Until they say it's out of continuity, it's in continuity. Which I guess goes the same with Inhumans, but we don't talk about that.
I was about to say,
we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Inhumans because that pooped on my hopes and dreams because I was really hoping that was going to be good. Oh, but it wasn't. And it stinks, too, because it had really good talent behind it. The actors in it are really good, and they really try. I'm so sorry, Anson Mount, that you didn't get to play a good Black Bolt. Oh, they put the guy in charge of Iron Fist Season 1 and the latter seasons of Dexter in charge of Inhumans. Why did they do that? I'm sad, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, you really do, because I'm like, I like Daredevil.
So
I'm
upset.
upset.
How the Snyder Cut people feel.
There we go. Sympathize, Joseph.
Empathy. Put yourself in the place of me.
Ooh, listen to those rhymes, those bars.
Yeah. Now Joe knows the fury of the Snyder Cut. And our mission has been complete.
Boom.
Speaking of complete, Joe has completely cut out for me.
Don't you ever compare me to the Snyder Cut cult ever again. If you ever dare do that, I will be on the side of Anthony 4K Forte, and I will ban you from my life.
Hey, Joseph, you're kind of like the the Snyder Cut sympathizers.
See, you only do that because your mission in life is to just make me upset. But Chris meant it. No,
okay.
It's different.
Oh yeah. See, that sounds like someone who knows that it's true. It's different.
No, okay. To explain the difference between it, one exists and one doesn't.
Well,
yeah, but to them it is real.
Just like to you, it is also real.
Yeah, to me, because I'm the only one who believes that Marvel Netflix shows exist.
There's not only one person that believes the Snyder Cut exists. Apparently, there's quite a few. There's a convention happening.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. I imagined the Marvel Netflix shows existing and that it was all a work of imagination, which is what people are telling me.
Crazy.
Oh, wait, what? Seriously?
It is.
I just imagined that those happened and they never did. I just imagined 3 seasons of really good shows.
Joe, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up.
I'm sorry, what?
Please, you've been comatose for years. Please, Joe, it's time to wake up.
And then it cuts to me waking up in a hospital bed.
There you go.
With a beard and like my wife and children. Yeah, I've got kids and stuff for some reason. I've never met these children before. Wow, that's depressing.
Yeah, these are all. Those are. Yeah, you're in their bed.
Sadness. Which is about all I feel whenever I talk about the Daredevil show, because that movie shows are incredible. Either way, it's almost 2 a.m. Oh, we don't talk about the Daredevil movie. You know this.
But we do on the commentary track featuring
featuring me, Chase, and Sierra. Hey, there it is. Chase, how is Sierra? That's nice. Let's go ahead and end the That was really mean. I care for Sierra. She's a very nice person, and she's very lovely to be around. And I'm very happy for Chase and Sierra being in a loving relationship. All right. Did I cover my bases enough?
I think so.
Okay, cool. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and rate, or whatever you do on whatever format you listen to this show. Chase, how should they tell others to listen to the podcast?
All right, you should dig a hole. Big hole. Big hole.
Big hole.
All right? Big hole.
Big old hole?
I like this.
Big hole. All right, so you do that, but you do it to where, like, if someone were flying over it, it would spell out, subscribe to Heroic Power Entertainment.
Wait, how does
as
one
that would
hole
be dope.
Spell that out?
It's a big hole, man.
It's a big hole.
It's like cursive.
HPE.
It's like a cursive situation.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I got you.
I see. Chris, do you have any bright ideas about how to get people to subscribbles?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, that was the remix.
Oh yeah, I got you, dude. It's lit. Dude, it's pretty.
It's
pretty gangsta.
I will end your life if you don't quit.
Thank you.
My man just said thank you for ending his life. I'm upset. Help. I'm uncomfortable.
So how to get you okay? How to get people to subscribe? I mean, so here's what you do. You're born, right?
You're born?
You're born.
Oh.
And your parents are killed by a very pale snake-like man, and you're adopted by your aunt and uncle. One day, a large bearded man is going to visit you and give you a letter that says that you can go to a very cool school and meet some pretty lit Squad Fam people. And while you're there, the staircases are going to move, and you're probably going to fall and injure yourself. So while you're in the hospital, grab a piece of paper, a quill, and write down subscribe to Heroic Power Entertainment. And that letter should scream it in the cafeteria amongst the floating candles and the bearded short people.
That was a really intricate Harry Potter reference. Like, wow.
You're welcome.
Kind of taken aback. That was impressive.
Be careful of the guy with the towel on his head. He's probably got a guy on the back of his head that whispers in snake words.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that guy. He's kind of double-minded about things.
Yeah, you could say that. You could also say that there's a guy on the back of his head.
You could say he's kind of two-faced. I've got all the puns. I got all the puns.
Joe, I can't sanction your buffoonery.
You cannot sanction my buffoonery? Oh, okay, real quick before we end the podcast, because literally like the last 30 minutes has just been us rambling, but I honestly enjoy rambling. Real quick, that story, this cannot sanction your buffoonery, is from Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. For those that do not know, the movie Batman Forever is the third...
Happened.
Yeah, for some reason it did. It's not as bad as Batman and Robin. At least we can all easily admit that. But...
I'm not sure.
Okay, you make a hard bargain. But, anyway... What I was saying, Christopher. So this movie featured Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Two-Face as played by Tommy Lee Jones, legendary actor. Amazing.
Very good.
I really like that guy.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I still need to watch No Country for Old Men. I feel bad I haven't seen it.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. But so. Good actors that are unfortunately placed in a very not so good movie. So anyway, apparently Tommy Lee Jones was very much not a fan of Jim Carrey's antics, because Jim Carrey is just as crazy as you would think he is actually, though. And so there is this one moment where Tommy Lee Jones was in this lovely restaurant after filming Batman Forever, and Jim Carrey comes in and people are, swarming him, and he's like, goofing off and everything, and Tommy Lee Jones's face goes pale. He slowly walks
on one
up.
Side.
Oh, shut up. He slowly walks up to Jim Carrey, looks him in the face, and whispers in his ear, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery." And that's what he said. Tommy Lee Jones, the legend, I cannot sanction your buffoonery.
We let Jim Carrey play a very cerebral role, and that wasn't Jim Carrey. That was the Riddler.
That was
It wasn't Jim Carrey. It was Andy Kaufman.
Oh
and
no!
The Grinch. It's Jim and Andy, baby. He was also Horton from Horton Hears the Who.
Are we just referencing Jim Carrey roles?
Well,
yep.
Jim Carrey never plays the roles. The role plays Jim Carrey.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. Eggman.
Me.
Dr. Eggman.
So anyway, that's been Lights Camera Comics.
Dr. Eggman. Right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For Rogue Power Entertainment, I'm Joseph Gallion.
I'm a Stove.
Oh, nice.
And I'm a 1963 silver quarter.
Oh? All right,
Word.
dude. Go ahead. Okay, well, bye.